welcome to the Darkest Hour Impressions. My name is Primus Crime, and this is a new segment meant to accompany the Darkest Hour, basically a summary of the first hour in a couple of minutes. So let's start with graphics. Graphics in this game are great. For $14.99, these graphics are from a game way higher. It's Unreal Engine, but it's Unreal Engine 3 tweaked to the max. It runs great, frame rates are high, lighting is fantastic, ambience is great, shadows are great, textures are great. No complaints for the graphics or the art style for that matter. The art style is set in a northern rural forest resort, I guess. There are buildings, some derelict, some not so derelict, set on a lake with forest and train tracks. It's very picturesque, it's beautiful and thick with atmosphere. Moving on to the sound. The sound is of the same quality. The sound is very good. The soundtrack is also very good. However, I do have an issue with the soundtrack. Not that there's anything wrong with the soundtrack. The soundtrack is good. It came with a pre-order. I've listened to most of it and it's very good. However, I do believe that the soundtrack within the first hour is constant. Right up until about 45 minutes, I found when you get to like the second area-ish, that's when it turns off. I don't think it should be on constant. I think it takes you out of the immersion a tiny little bit. I understand that it comes on and off, visual cues when something's about to happen or you're about to find a clue or something like that. That's all great and that works well, but it's on constant, so it never really hits that climax of when things are about to happen. But it's only a small little niggling that's only going to bother one or two people. It took me out of the immersion a little bit, but it really didn't stop me playing it, and I enjoyed it just as much. Okay, moving on to gameplay. This is set in first person, but it is not an action game. Do not expect to be getting a kill count, lots of swapping out weapons, or even doing any more than just clicking on an item and looking at it. That's all it is. It's pretty much a point and click game in a first person perspective, and I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine. The gameplay is very slow paced, well, paced at your own pace. It's basically you find clues at a murder scene or a crime scene and put those clues together and rearrange them in the correct order to recreate the scene, the crime scene, and find out what happened. You are a detective, and that's what you do, and it works really well. It's not particularly challenging at first. I'm sure it will get much tougher. An issue I do have with the gameplay is that you do read items and you do collect items. However, you have no journal and you have no inventory. So stuff that you've read, you have to either remember or it's irrelevant, which is not a great thing for a game. Also, you do collect stuff, but there's no inventory, so there's no way to keep track of what you actually have, or you don't have for that matter, or whether you've used an item or not, because you can use items without even knowing it. So you just have to be paying attention the whole time. Maybe that's something that's going to change further in the game. I've only played like an hour of it, maybe not. But yeah, apart from those two little gripes, the gameplay is fun, it's engaging, it definitely keeps you in the story and in the game, in the immersion. You do feel like you're a detective investigating a disappearance and indeed some other heinous crimes that appear along the way. As I'm sure the story will unfold and we'll find out exactly what happened. So yeah, gameplay is really strong. If you are looking for something action based, something fast paced, and something where you have to get some kind of score, stay away from this game. It's not for you. If you're looking at something, if you're looking for something that you can do at your own pace, you can sit back with a controller, or you can use mouse and keyboard. The controls are actually pretty good. You can do it at your own pace. Lots and lots of exploration, which is cool for me because I like to explore every nook and cranny. So lots of exploration, putting puzzles together, pieces of clues, and trying to figure out what happened. Then check this game out. It's a low price, the production value is high, voice acting is very good, dialogue's very good also, and I've enjoyed the first hour. I want to jump straight back in and play more of it and bring you a full review and tell you exactly what I think. Other than that, I've been Primus Crime. You've been watching The Darkest Hour First Impressions of the Vanishing of Ethan Carter. See you soon.